So we're going to do a very brief practice of just de-stressing, letting go of the day. If you're anything like me, you may have had a stressful day or a very busy day. And so we're just going to bring ourselves into our center through deepening the breath. Let's just go ahead and sit on the seat bones, cross-legged, and instead of collapsing down like we do at the car or the computer all day, we're really going to inhale that chest up, which draws in the core, supports the spine, and press off of your seat bone. You should feel your bottom pressing into the mat, and just keep stretching up as if something is pulling a string up through the top of your head. Inhale up, allow the eyes to drift shut, and see if you can bring your head to stack directly over the shoulders or the clavicle instead of back or forward, really just bringing it center. Few breaths here. Inhaling through the nose, drawing the breath deep down into the chest, into the belly, and track that breath or follow it back up and out as you exhale through the nose as well. Few more cycles of breath. And just notice where your mind is going. Notice the flavor or color of your thoughts. One more deep inhale through the nose. And then open the mouth and just release the air in a ha sound. Letting go of the tension of the day. One more deep inhale through the nose. Really fill that chest, fill the belly. Exhale, open mouth, ha sound. Beautiful. Keep raising from the chest. Allow the eyes to flutter open. Deep inhale. Exhale, bringing the chin to the chest. Allowing gravity to take hold and to gently open up the back of your neck, shoulders. Place your hands on your knees. But remember, don't collapse. Keep raising from the chest. And just release here. Letting go of any expectation you have of yourself. Just allowing being present in the moment and releasing to be your practice. If you notice any negative thoughts or feelings or just tension coming up, really exhale it out. Release it with that ha sound. See if you can release your chin to your chest just a little bit more. Notice how that feels different in the body. On your next exhale, roll the head up gently. Bringing it back center. Inhale that chest up again. We're going to release the right arm down. You can plant your hand or you can just have your fingertips supporting you, but you don't want to be leaning or collapsing. So keep that chest inhaled up and just drop the hand to support or act as a lever pressing off the ground. Now, if your arms are shorter like mine and you plant your palm this way, it's going to make you lean into it or compress. And what you want to do is keep that chest inhaled up. So you might need to come up on your fingertips in order to keep your shoulders up and square. On an inhale, raising the left arm up. Exhale, release it over the right. And just letting the weight of the arm gently release or draw the head down into the left. You don't want to be pulling or going fast beyond your normal release here of gravity. Just let it just fall open, just allowing the weight to release. You should feel a stretching or an opening all in your neck, into your shoulder here. Just breathe into it. When I say breathing into it, I mean inhale your breath, track the inhale into the chest, track it back out. And see if you can actually feel an expansion in this whole region as you inhale. Bringing the breath into it. oxygenating. Exhale, releasing tension. And releasing your hand and just gently guiding the head up and center. Releasing that left arm down and just take a second to center yourself again. And again, not leaning or collapsing, just inhaling, keeping that spine nice and straight. Core is in and supporting the spine. Left hand come on the fingertips, or if you can reach and plant your palm, that's fine. Just again, you don't want to be all the way down here. So if you're as short as I am, just come up on the fingertips. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, release the right arm down to the left across the head. And just allow the weight of that right arm to open up that neck area gently. As your head just comes gently down to the right. Again, just letting it open on its own, not forcing it. Just allowing it to release. A few more breaths. Again, tracking the breath, really breathing into it. So breathe in the air. Feel it fill in your chest and expand into your shoulder, into the neck. Exhale, back up and out through the nose. A few more breaths. Not pulling or straining, just letting the weight of this right arm guide and open. And letting the right hand glide across and press the head back up and center, releasing that right arm down. And now we're going to replace ourselves up and around, and you're going to come into a tabletop position. You don't want your arms to be wide out at the edge of the mat. You want them stacked, so the wrist is stacked directly underneath of the shoulder. Stacking the bones are really important so that we're really building strength and balance in the joints. I know this looks like a very simple pose, but the whole point here is to release tension and restore balance in the body. So if we're off center or not in alignment, that's not going to support what we're trying to do. So knees are hips distance apart. And if at all this hurts your knees, feel free to roll your mat up and under so that you're giving your knees a little bit more cushioning. But make sure, if you're doing that, that you're giving yourself enough space with the cushioning so that your knees can be a hip's distance apart, not wider. You can also roll up a towel or a blanket and lay that across to give yourself even more support. So take care of yourself, listen to your body. Spine is not collapsing down, you're pressing out of the palms. Spine is nice and flat, toes or laces down. You're gonna inhale and exhale, pressing the hips back into a child's pose, stretching the arms out. Exhale again, release that head, let it rest down onto the mat. And just breathe here. Take a few breaths to just melt into your mat and gently releasing the forehead to rest on the mat. So you're going to take a few breaths there, staying there, but you have to find your own child's pose. So it might feel better if you bring the knees wider and angle the toes towards each other. It might feel better if you are stretching further forward and pressing the hips back, or it might feel better with your hands closer to your shoulders. Just taking a few moments here to just breathe, resting in your child's pose. Just honoring balance and releasing tension just with the breath.